Good, good morning, scholars. In this session, I am going to discuss about the characteristics of the data. That means we are trying to understand the data. So let's see what are the different measures to understand the data here. So here the first is the measurement of the central tendency. Central tendency is basically we are trying to find out the central location of the data. So by doing that one, we have the different means to calculate that one. So one is the mean, median, and the mode we have. So also we need to understand in which situation these tools can be utilized. So the mean is basically the average of all observations in the data, and it takes all the value for the calculation purpose. But it is not basically suitable when the data is having some values are extreme values. If there are certain values they are extreme in nature, so that will not give you the correct result. But in median that can be utilized. Median is basically the middle value in the data set that is arranged in the ascending or the descending order. And it doesn't require the measurement of all the observations. And it is not, as I told you, it is not affected by the extreme values. The third is the mode. Mode is basically most frequently occurring value in the distribution, and it has the largest frequency. So when you want that, you want to identify which inventory is basically sold mostly in your organization. So in that case, the more mode will be the most suitable one. Another characteristic of the data is the variation. So if you want to know the reliability of your average, so in that case you need to see the variation. And if there is more variation, that means your reliability, your basically the reliability of the average is not good. These are basically the tools of the variation. That means you can measure the variations of the data by using these tools. Range, interquartile range, and the quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation, and the variance. Sorry. And another measure is the skewness. That means here you want to see that whether the data is skewed or not. That means positively skewed or the negatively skewed. So what is positively skewed or the negatively skewed? By seeing this one, you can see understand it. So here the symmetric means it is the normal distribution of the data, and mean in this case the mean would be equal to mode and the median. And if the data is positively skewed, you can see that data is bit right side it is distributed, or the higher side it is located, and the negatively skewed you can see the data is bit negative side. So how to identify this one, whether it is the positively skewed or the negatively skewed? You can see when the mean value is lesser than the mode, so it is basically negatively skewed, and when mean value is more than the mode, so in that case it is positively skewed. And the symmetric means you are having the mean is equal to mode and the median. So this is the formula we have. That means mean is, if it is mean is greater than mode, it is positively skewed, and if mean is lesser than mode, so it is negatively skewed. So that is what basically you need to remember. Another characteristic of the data is the kurtosis. In the kurtosis, we are measuring the peakness of the data. And here just I will show you the picture here so that you can understand here. So mesokurtic is basically the normal distribution. So it is known as the normally distributed data here. And the if you are measuring the kurtosis, if it is equal to 3, that means it is the mesokurtic. And if it is the value is if it is more than 3, so it is leptokurtic. That means here the data is more concentrated towards the mid value. So you can see the peakness it is higher side. Platykurtic it is flatter side. Flatter side it is value if the kurtosis value is lesser than 3. So in that case it is platykurtic. So this is the basically the characteristics of the data, different measures we have. So if you want to calculate it in the Excel, that is also possible here. So we will just do it for you. So we have already calculated in the just I will delete this one, then I will do the calculation for you. So here like if you want to calculate the data here, so this is the CLAD score we have. So this is the data we have, okay, And if you want to calculate the descriptive statistics here, so for that, this is basically the descriptive statistic, whatever I've discussed. So for that, you need to add in one function here. So go to the options, then you can go to the add-ins, then you add the analysis toolpath. Here you can see it is already added, so you need to do nothing. But like if you are doing first time the analytical tools and all, so in that case you need to add from there. So after that, if you want to, this is the CLAT score of the, you can see the 59 students. So we want to calculate the descriptive statistics. So you need to select one cell here, and then just go to the data, and then data analysis, and in that you need to select the descriptive statistics. So just put it OK, and after that you need to select the data here. So data, for selecting the data, just click it here. Then you can just select from here, and then put the shift button and go to this cell. So it is already selected. So after that, just click it again. So this will be here. So group by columns, and if it is labels in the first row, so just leave it the label here. It is, so that is why you need to select the labels in the first row. Output range you can select where you want. Like here, uh, if you want, you can select it. Okay, and you need to select the summary statistics. Then put it OK. So you can see the data, the output has already come. So here, if you want to calculate like individually, like for your requirement, if you want that the separate calculation should be done, so that is also possible here. So go to here, like select the cell where you want to have the information. Like if you want to calculate the mean, so here just go here, put equal sign. After putting the equal sign, if you want to calculate mean basically here average. So average you just write it here. So here the average, just select it, and again you need to provide the information that where the data is located. So as you know, the data is located A2 to A60. So just you can write A60 and then enter button. So you can see the mean value is calculated. Now if you want to calculate the median value, so come here median value and just put again equal sign, and you need to provide median. Just write median here, and you can see the median it is coming. So just select this one, and then again you need to provide the data where it is located. So A60. So you can see that is, again put the enter button. So you can see the median is also calculated here. The mode, if you want to calculate, again put the equal sign here, and after putting the equal sign, just write mode here. So you can see the mode has come already. So select this one. So you can then select the again the data you need to provide. So this is also calculated. Standard deviation, again it is the measurement of the variation. So that also you can do it. Just put equal sign here, and STDEV is the function for this. So STDEV, you can see the standard deviation sample and the population. So select the sample here, and then write A2 to again A60. So again this value is calculated. If you want to calculate the variance, that is also possible. So just put equal sign. Variance you just write. Variance sample you can select, and again you need to provide the value, data value here. A60. So again you can see kurtosis also you can calculate. Just put equal sign here. Just write kurt. You can see that it is also showing. If you select the cursor, it will provide what function it is. So again, So you can see this is again okay. If it is wrong, so again A to 8 is written, so that is why it is showing it is wrong. So if there is no data, so that will give you the error. So here you can see the kurtosis value. So here you can see if you want to see it is negative value. That's means it is the platykurti. So skewness also possible. You can calculate from here individually if you want. Just skewness you can write and then again A2 to A60. So that is also you can calculate. So range if you want to calculate first you need to calculate the minimum and the maximum value. So like here if you select you can do it like here also. Range means the maximum value in this data and the minimum value. So just I am going to write the formula. You can see equal sign. Then you need to select the maximum. So you can see maximum value it is there. So double click. Then data you need to provide A2, A60 minus the minimum value. So just write minus and then minimum. You can see this is the minimum. Then again you need to provide the data here. So this is the if you want to like I have already shown you how to calculate the minimum and maximum value. So if you want to calculate the minimum value, go to equal sign minimum. So you can see the minimum. Then minimum again you need to provide the 60. So again you can calculate like this. Even like if you want to calculate the maximum value, then also you can do. First you need to put the equal sign, then maximum. You can select this one. Then you need to provide the data here, A60, then A60, then enter. There is error here, so this is the value. Now if you want to take the sum of that, that is also possible. Equal sign you need to put first. Then sum also you need to provide the sum also you can do it here. So A2. Again, if you want to count it, that is also a function here. So you can do it here. Count function you can use it. So this is the count function, but first you need to put the equal sign, then count function you need to select. Then you need to provide the data here. Then just enter here. So this is how you need to calculate. Thank you so much.